we've sold thousands of lots to people willing to exchange on the day and complete within 28 days. Property auctions made quick, easy and simple. Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers.
Hello everybody, good afternoon. Drum roll please as well, because it's that time of the month. Thank you very much, Paul Bridgeman. Yes, bidding is now live. There we go, confirmation. It's not official till it's in yellow on the screen. Bidding is now live for the Clive Emson Auctioneers February auction. And as ever, I am joined by James Bond himself, 00 Clive Emson Auctioneer superstar Paul Bridgeman. Paul, you are looking very smart today.
Well, you got to try, haven't you? I'm just hoping that one day we're actually going to make you wear a shirt.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't worn a suit. When was the last time I wore a suit? Long time ago. I've actually decided, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've worn this on purpose because I match the cupboards behind me.
Yeah, but you're going to disappear soon. You're going to be like a floating head.
Yeah. I look very yellow today. I look like I've been tanned. I was out on a golf course. But it wasn't sunny. So there we go.
I saw the pictures on Instagram actually. No, it wasn't sunny.
No. Right, back to this though, Paul, because this is important. Bidding, as we said, back to the serious matters. Bidding is now actually live for the Clive Emson February auction. How do we do it, Paul? How does it happen over the next few days? What's going to happen?
That's it. All the lots are now live for bidding. So you go to our website, cliveemson.co.uk. You can see all the lots there, and you'll see the timers counted down on all the lots. You obviously select the lot you want, make your bids, etc. You'll need to register to do so. And when you get 3 green ticks, so you've added your ID, you've added your payment method, and you've added all your information, so you get 3 green ticks, and it will tell you you're live then to go bidding and get stuck in. So all the bids are live, all the lots are now live for bidding, so you can go log on and do it anytime from now all the way through until the close times on Wednesday. Once you log into each individual lot, you'll see a timer counted down to a specific time on Wednesday, which is the 8th, of course, Wednesday the 8th of February. And at that time will be the time that if you're the highest bidder above the reserve price, you will be the buyer. You will have exchanged contracts. Congratulations, let me be the first to say that to you. But as I say, if the only slight change to that is if someone bids against you, in the last 5 minutes of the timer counted down, the time will extend by 5 minutes to give you a fair chance to make an informed decision to come back and make an increased bid, or not. That's your choice. But as I said, the timer will extend slightly to give you a chance to come back and make an increased bid. So you're not panicking with 10 seconds to go. Do I make another bid or do I not? You can also set up proxy bidding. You can also jump ahead of the bidding as well. All the information about how to do that's on the website. Instead of me talking through it now and boring and stupid, you can log on, read all the information. It's very simple to do. You can set your top limit, and the system will bid automatically for you if anyone else comes in and sets a bid as well. And as long as you're in there first, your bid will be counted first. So yeah, absolutely.
Now at the end of this video as well, we're going to send Paul outside to do his 5 golden rules of bidding. It is a pre-recorded video, so we're not actually going to push you outside. I won't do that. But make sure you watch that as well. That's going to come up at the end of this video. It is important. Do take the time to make sure you watch this video all the way through. If you are going to be investing in one of the properties that are going under the hammer in the Clive Emson February auction, you've got to do it properly, haven't you, Paul? And the best way to do that is visit the website. As I said, there's a link in the body of this broadcast, or you can give the team a call. There's the number at the bottom, 0345 85 00 333. Yeah, sorry, I stole your thunder there, Paul.
Stole your thunder, yeah, that's it, yes, yeah. But yeah, no, absolutely. That is the most important thing. Be prepared, and as long as you've done your research, you've got all your eggs in a row in terms of you can afford it. You've got your finance sorted if you're requiring finance. Funds are available to draw down if needs be. You've got the legal document side of it checked, and you've got your solicitor to look through it all, and you're ready to bid. You've done all the research you can. You're not going to buy anything bad. You're not going to have a problem. You know exactly what it is you're buying. That is the most important thing. Obviously, research what it is you're looking to buy, and as long as you've done all your homework, as I say, you get 10 out of 10, and you get a good property out of it, I'm sure.
you will get a great property. And talking of properties, coming up now, we are going to go through. I've picked up my 5 favourite lots, actually, and Paul's going to give us a little bit of information about each one. We are going to play the video again of one of the feature lots. We'll come back to that shortly. That's lot 13, but we're going to go straight into, for me, this one. This is lot number 9. Let's just take a quick look at this. So this is lot number 9. It is 104, 106 Welling High Street, obviously in Welling. Guide price is from £1 million. Now the reason I've chosen this one is because there's got to be I don't know what it is, but there's got to be stories to this, hasn't there, Paul? Just look at that. I mean, I feel like I'm walking down a 1960s high street or something.
Well, that's it. It's not exactly what it is. I mean, in terms of what we're selling there isn't really the telling the story, because it's actually got planning permission to demolish what's there and build a fantastic development of flats and commercial units on the ground floor too. So it's one of those that is going to create a fantastic development opportunity for someone, and there's going to be apartments, commercial development, commercial units as well. And as I say, it's all been costed in terms of the guide price to make that look an attractive proposition.
Can I just ask as well, if the person who ends up getting this property is watching this show, I would love that sign on the front, by the way. I would absolutely. I can give you £5 for it. There we go.
Ian, you do realise that sign is probably about 12 metres long.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it, Paul, but I just want it. But yeah, I just love properties like that. I just feel there's so much has gone on, so many stories are in there, and they're absolutely fascinating, aren't they?
It is, it's probably a lot of history in the building there in terms of the businesses that have been run, etc. But yeah, it's one of those things that the high street's changing, and a lot of the stuff's bought online, as are our auctions, it's going to start a new chapter, as it were. And, it's got the planning permission all in place. It's a great scheme for someone to get involved with.
Absolutely. Look, we're going to take another look at one of the lots that I've chosen before we take a look at one of the feature lots that has featured in one of the shows that we've done so far. We're going to go. Paul, let me ask you a question. Why should you go to Y? This is why you should go to Y, because exactly. Lot 107 is in. That was awful, wasn't it? That was awful.
Bad, yeah. But yeah, it's I've always said that these former chapels and churches, they make great conversions, whether it's residential or for conversion to a restaurant, a nursery, or whatever it might be, because obviously there's great open space in there. Now, if you go to the website, there's far more content in terms of photographs, video on this lot that you can see. So it's got a guide price at £200,000 to £210,000. It's a former Methodist church in Y in Ashford. We're selling on behalf of the trustees, but I said it's got a great look to it, and I really think that could be something special in terms of putting in perhaps mezzanine levels and great open space living, that sort of thing. So no, I really do think that would be a fantastic development opportunity for someone.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, you can see why I have chosen this one, can't you? And that is why is a great place to visit. I've got to stop now because I think we're probably losing viewers very quickly. So sorry about it, everybody. Right, we're going to move in now to one of the feature lots, and this is an absolute corker as well. You may have seen it already. You probably have. We had a special guest on the other day. We played this one out. We focused on it quite heavily. It's lot number 13. I'll show you the image first. There you go. This might refresh a few people's minds who've seen it already. The Manor Vaultson Roadway, Manor Road. This is incredible, isn't it, Paul, this lot?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I personally have never seen anything like this, come up at auction. As I say, we are blessed that we do get some really interesting lots and some great history that we, uncover along the way. But this, I mean, as I say, you look at it there and you think, well, what is it? But as I say, when we show the video in a minute, and those of you who have seen the show as well that you did with John Stockey, got a bit more information about it. If you haven't, go back and watch it, because it is a fascinating lot that certainly really is very, very interesting.
Yeah, it certainly is, and just actually a very good point on that as well. But all the videos that we have done are on the Clive Emson Auctioneers YouTube channel, so do make sure you head on over there, hit subscribe as well. And it's not just the feature lot videos that we've been showing. All of the lots, most of them have a video, don't they, attached, Paul?
Majority do, yes, that's right, yeah. But certainly those that are, most of the properties do, yes, yeah. Unless, of course, that some of the properties are tenanted, and that they don't want the videos of their possessions and things on. That's fair enough. But as I say, the majority of the properties, yes, they have got videos, so do go and check it out, yeah.
Well, let's take a look at this one. It's only a short video, it's less than a minute, but it gives you a real indication of what's behind those blue doors, and it's well worth watching. Yeah, just a bit of a snippet there. It looks incredible, doesn't it? Like underground tunnels. It's like, you look like James Bond. It looks like you could be in an action film there, Paul.
Could I have my DB5 parked down there as well?
Yeah. Okay, about that. If I'm only offering £5 for a sign, you ain't got much chance of getting a DB5, I'm afraid. That is absolutely stunning. Again, like we said, if you do want to find out more information about all of the lots, 142 in total. Well, there's been a couple of changes, actually, hasn't there? Some good news as well, actually. In fact, let's touch on that very quickly here. This is lot 117, Paul. We've seen it before, haven't we? But some good news on this one now.
Yeah, that's it. It's been in a couple of auctions, actually, and we were always surprised that it didn't sell, but it has actually now sold prior to auction, which is fantastic news. An offer came forward, client accepted, and contracts were exchanged pretty much straight away. So well done. I think it's one of Audrey's ones down in the West Country, and they should be delighted, and as with the clients, to get it sold.
Yeah, I was going to say, Paul, I haven't seen Audrey in this auction. Where are you, Audrey? I've missed you. I have to say.
I'll pass on your regards. She'll be back.
Still waiting for that glass of wine. Still waiting. As I was saying, there is a link in the body of this broadcast. Take you straight through to the Clive Emson Auctioneers website. I know we keep saying and we keep repeating, but it is important, isn't it, Paul? You've got to get these things right, and the legal packs and everything are on the website.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it is important to check out exactly what it is you're buying and get your own independent legal advice. Because obviously we're not solicitors, we can't advise you on the lots. As I say, the seller solicitors provide the packs. All we do is host the information for you then to download and check it out. So yeah, please do please do download the information. If you're happy to look through it yourself, please do so. If you want to take it to your solicitors, we recommend that, and get your own legal advice on all the properties and land that's on offer. And to say, if you want to get surveys done, obviously it's a little bit late now, but for next time, always get your surveys done and everything checked out before the auction, so that you can walk into that online bidding forum and bid with absolute, full knowledge of everything that it is you're going to be buying.
Yeah, actually, and that's a very good point to make as well. Even if you're not looking for something in this auction and you're dabbling your feet and seeing how it all works, these shows are well worth watching. For next time as well, you can just register your interest with Clive Emson, so you can be kept up to date with when the next auctions are happening, can't you, Paul? And get all the information you need that way for future auctions.
That's it, yeah. So, because I said the next auction is the 22nd of March, I think it is. Yeah, it is 22nd of March. For which, if you're looking to sell property, the closing date for entries, absolute final date for closing, is the 27th of February, the end of this month. So if you're looking to sell, again, give us a call on the number below, 0345 85 00333, and you can talk to any of the team, and we can organise an auction appraisal for selling a property too.
Fantastic. Right, we're going to take a little look at one of the other lots that I've chosen as well, and it's not just properties, is it? It's not just bricks and mortar that we get at Clive Emson. There's all sorts. It's a bit of land, lot 120. It is a beautiful picture, isn't it? But also good opportunity here as well.
It is, yeah. I mean, you've got quite a good parcel of land there. Just under 9.5 acres. Part of it with road frontage down in Camborne, Cornwall. So yes, land with planning. In fact, it's been granted by the local authority for the erection of a small timber barn with a concrete base. So yeah, I said there is different elements to what we sell, whether it's agricultural land. As we've seen, development opportunities with the sewing centre in Welling, and then there's perfectly good housing, flats, commercial property. All the information's on the website. You'll see all the different types of lots that are in there, and hopefully over the next couple of days we'll see a good proportion of it selling as well.
I'm sure it's always exciting, isn't it, Paul? I imagine there's a bit of a buzz in the team during auction week, is there?
Yeah, you kind of get a little bit nervous because obviously you want to do well for the clients. But yeah, it's one of those ones you put a lot of work into getting this far, and to see it get over the line and sold. Quite often, as I've said to you, the property isn't necessarily the main driver in determining that it goes to auction. It's quite often the client's situation themselves. Whether it be a property that's been inherited, a rental that's gone bad, selling for a local authority or a charity, whatever it might be. It's that tends to dictate the property or the lot going to auction, not actually the lot itself. So yeah, it's quite often you're sort of drawing a line under a story too. So it's kind of it's nice to see it all. All the work that you've done over. Sometimes we've been working with the client for years to get to this stage. And to actually then see it get to a conclusion is really nice. Yeah.
You often forget that, and it's very well said. You forget about the emotion behind each property as well, don't you? To us, looking at the pictures, for example, let's go back to why. You look at that. Oh, that's a beautiful property, but to somebody that has been a life almost, hasn't it?
History, it's congregations, it's friendships, it's all those things. And I always say about little shops in high streets in villages and things that have stood empty for years, and they're sold at auction. Then the next time you drive past, there's a new business in there, and that I was part of that story of creating something new in the high street. And don't get me wrong, it's not my money, I know, but we've done the job to encourage the sort of breathe a new life into high streets and families. And I say it might sound a little bit over emotional, a little bit sentimental, but it's kind of part of the reason we got into this job.
Well, do you know what? I've spoken to everybody, most people at Clive Emson now over the time that we've been doing these auctions, and we've got an interview with David coming up a little bit later for lot 125. You'll see that the feature lot show later this evening. And we were talking about, I've asked everybody how they got involved with auction. I asked it to you as well. Yeah. And what I tend to find is that once people get into the auction game, they stay, don't they, Paul?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a people business at the end of the day. I mean, I know the auctions are now online, which may never have been our ultimate plan in terms of, and certainly when I first got into auction, it wasn't even a thing. But as I say, it doesn't take away the fact that it is still a people game in terms of, you're meeting the clients, you're building that relationship, you're gaining their trust, you're working with people to achieve the outcome they want. And ultimately, we are working for the sellers. It's great to see the buyers coming in and buying the properties, but ultimately we're working for the sellers, and we want to do the best job we can for them. Because you do get involved in and we had many situations over the years where all of us have done things above and beyond for the client to get the property sold. Whether it's taking them to the bank to get something sorted, or helping them insulate a hot water tank or whatever it might be, to help them get the EPC through. All these sort of things we've done over the years, because as I say, the client needs our help. We're the professional in this, and we want to do the best job we can to help them get the best, give them the best service, but get the best result for them too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, look, talking of stories, we're going to take a look at one more of the lots. It's lot 51, West Lodge here. There's got to be some stories behind that, but it's another cracker, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You know, you drive past these big stately homes with gates and that sort of thing, and you always look at the little gatehouses and you think, oh, that's a really interesting little building. And there you are. There's one indeed. It's West Lodge, down in Dartmouth, down in Devon. It's a wonderful character building with great windows, really interesting space, and it's one of those that could really be something something special. It's a real sort of unique, real unique lot that hopefully sells very well. I mean, it's got a guide price at just £60,000 plus. So just well, I absolutely love little lots like this, and I just think they're great characterful buildings that could really open up the history, but also look into the future in terms of being a real good usable living accommodation. I think they're fantastic.
They are. The amount of times I've driven past places like that with a little gatehouse there, and you're like, what do they do with those things? I'd love to just go knock on the main door and be like, what do you actually do with that? Like, is it just empty? I imagine they're just like cardboard boxes in there or something. But you don't know, do you?
Well, I think obviously some are, but over the years, so many of them, there's a big sort of wedding venue thing near me, which I say you drive up the really impressive gates. And there's little gatehouses on either side, and again they've been converted to residential. So occasionally you see a to-let board go up outside, and you think, oh yeah, again, it's a really interesting place to live. It's great space.
Right, Paul, it is almost time to kick you outside so you can take us through your 5 golden rules. Of course, very important. Do make sure you stay watching for this. It is critical. Very, very important. Paul Bridgman's 5 golden rules of bidding. Just before we do that, though, Paul, just before we do head off, of course, for that, once again, bidding is now live, of course, at cliveemson.co.uk. Just talk us through that process one last time.
Yeah, that's it. So the bidding's all now live. All the lots are live on the website for you to go and bid on. You will need to register in order to bid, so please do go to the website. You can register to bid from the property page on the website, and you need to enter in your details, your solicitor's details, your ID, and how you're going to be how you're going to be purchasing. So you need to enter a credit or debit card number in order to do so. Once you've got the 3 green ticks and all the information's there, you're ready to go and bid. So go to the lot, and then you can make a proxy bid, which you put your maximum level in, and the system will automatically bid for you up to that level when there's competition. Or you can do it yourself. You can go bid manually, and the system will keep you updated as to activity on the lot. But you'll be given each bidder will be given a randomly designated letter, and you'll see your name appear on the screen once you've made a bid. I say the bidding will run from now until the auction closes on Wednesday. Lot number 1 ends at 11 o'clock on Wednesday, the 8th. And they run then three minutes apart. So lot 2 at 3 minutes past 11, lot 2 at 6 minutes past 11, etc., right the way through to lot 142. So when we're all thinking about getting our dinner on, we'll still be we'll still be doing the last lots. But don't worry about that. You keep bidding. But the only slight change to that is if you get towards the end of the bidding and you're the highest bidder and you're thinking, come on clock, count down, get to 0. If someone steps in and makes an increased bid with just a few seconds to go, the time will refresh by 5 minutes to give you a fair chance to log back on, make your bid, and increase your bid if you wish to. So it gives it's not quite like eBay in terms of everyone snipes to the last 10 seconds and then sticks their bid in. It's the system works nice and fairly, give everyone a fair chance to make an informed decision.
Fantastic stuff. Paul, thanks so much for joining us for this. As we said, bidding is now live, and coming up we're going to have to push Paul outside now. Outfit change as well for Paul Bridgman and his 5 golden rules. Good luck everybody, and thanks for watching. Costume change. Here he goes.
Hello, my name's Paul from Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers. We're often asked what are our tips for buying property at auction. So these are our 5 golden rules that you should follow if you're looking to buy a property at auction from ourselves or anybody else. First thing obviously have a look at the website, the auction catalogue, and find all the information on the properties that you're interested in. So download as much information as you can, read up on it, look at the areas, etc. Next thing to look at is the legal documents. Request a copy of the legal documents for the properties that you're interested in. You'll be able to see the title, the information on lease information, searches, etc., etc., and get your own legal advice on this information. The information is there. Nothing should be hidden. It should be the most open and transparent way of buying property. But say all the information is there for you to take to your solicitor and get your own legal advice on. Obviously, go and view the property as well. You need to inspect the property. Take with you someone that you trust. Get their opinion if needs be, and get an idea as to what state the property's in, what work you need to do, and really sort of build a picture for yourself as to what you can afford then to do yourself, and get other tradespeople in to do for you. Do you require a survey? If you do, then you're within your rights to get a survey done before the auction. You can arrange that with ourselves, get the surveyor to contact us, we can arrange access for them. That may be for your own personal use, your own peace of mind. It may be for lending criteria as well. So you can get mortgage funding, so they can arrange a survey with ourselves, and so we can allow them access to do that. Know the costs. Is another very important point. You need to not only know what it's going to cost you to buy the property. Of course, yes, you need to know what you're going to be spending on it and know you've got the funds available for that. But what's it going to cost you to do the property up? What are the service charges? What are the council tax implications? All these things build the picture. So it really is up to you to find out all the costs. The other thing is, in the legal pack, look in the special conditions of sale, because quite often there may be costs associated that are passed on to the buyer as well. So look in there and say that none of that information is hidden, it's all there for you to see. So it shouldn't come as a surprise, but let's say make sure you read that information and you'll see it all there laid out for you. But let's say know what you can do yourself when sort of adding up the costs. Can you fit your own bathrooms? Can you fit your own kitchens? All those sort of things. If not, you need to allocate costs for that. And as I say, service charge, ground rent, when you're looking at rental portfolios, when you're looking at obviously renting your own properties out, these things need to be taken into account as well. So once you've done that, you've found the details of the properties you want to buy, you've looked at the legals, you've considered whether you need a survey, you've been through all the costs. Last thing to do is not panic. The bidding goes live a couple of days before the auction finishes. You just need to then log on, register yourself to bid by entering your credit card details, debit card details, your ID information and your solicitor's details, and of course all your own personal information. Once you've got the 3 green ticks, you're ready to bid, and you just need to stay calm, watch it right up to the last. You can sort out proxy bidding as well, but all that information is on the website. And then, as I say, stay calm, bid, and wish you luck, and hope you then are able to buy what you want. If you have any further questions, please do give the office a ring. We'll be only too pleased to talk you through the process, what you need to do, how to register, and of course if you want to book viewings and download legal packs too. Thanks ever so much. I hope this information's been helpful. Like I say, please do drop us an email, give us a call. We're only too pleased to help. Thank you.
We've sold thousands of lots to people willing to exchange on the day and complete within 28 days. Property auctions made quick, easy and simple. Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers.